Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in again. So today we're back with another installment of challenging my first impressions. Part 4? I think it's part 4. I don't know, I've lost count. So yeah, you know the drill. We're gonna react to a K-pop song and then give my impressions of it. But today I thought I'd shake it up a little bit and react to a song that I haven't heard in a while, but I have listened to in full before. So yeah, I haven't heard it in a while. Maybe my opinions on it have changed. Maybe a second listen to it will make me like it, make me like it less. We'll see. So let's get into it. The song we're listening to today is ITZY's CHESHIRE. So when I first heard the song, I wasn't into it. It's not a terrible song. I don't hate it. I just found it uninteresting and I just didn't vibe with it. But it's been stuck in my head the last couple of days. Like the, hey, why so serious? I butchered that, I'm sorry. But that part has been stuck in my head for the past couple of days. And so I thought, why not give it a second chance, you know? Let's see how we feel about it now after how many months? After 3 months without listening to it, let's see how we feel about it. So let's do it. Okay, I like the intro so far.
Don't ask me 무슨 생각을 하고 있는지 Not my business 나도 날 몰라 내 맘 따라 play Joking 존재 love or like 숨었다가 또 나타나 yeah yeah yeah
Okay, so this already has a little bit more groove and swag than I remember it, so I'm enjoying it so far. Okay, I'm liking this build up too. Okay, so I remember now why I did love this song to begin with. So the verses, I feel like, how would I describe them? I would describe them as warm because they've got a lot of bass and a bit of a groove. And when they're singing, their voices are they're in more of a lower register. And so that kind of adds to like the chill, like kind of like, ooh, vibes. I don't know if that made any sense. But then when they transition into the chorus, it's not even so much a transition. It's more of like a jump into the chorus. It definitely sounds a lot sharper compared to like that round groovy bass, and that sharp change, that sharp contrast, I don't know, it puts me off a little bit. The chorus itself isn't terrible, it's just that sharp change, and it goes into those really high octave like the, hey, I'm so serious. I don't know, I guess because in the verses you have kind of like a variation of tones, and then in this one it's just all the time up here. So yeah, that's kind of why I didn't like it, and I still get that feeling of like the but we'll see how the rest goes. See, like this, the verses have bounce and I like it. And there's a build up. Okay, this time it didn't hit me as hard. This one was the smoother transition. Maybe because I was prepared for the chorus. Okay, can I just say that I really like the styling in this section? It's very ITZY, but I love it. Okay, that little moment with Yechi, that was cute. Alright. Made it through. It was definitely an interesting experience. Yeah, let me stop right there and gather my thoughts a little bit. Okay, peace out. Alright, so I just watched it again because I wanted to make sure that what I said was accurate. It was semi-accurate. So I think the reason that the first transition from the verse into the chorus hits me so hard is because that transition, like that buildup that they have, is a lot longer and a lot slower. So you're going like this, and then all of a sudden it goes pew, like that. And also, like right before the chorus, you have Yuna. She's singing, and she's singing in a, I want to call it a lower octave, but she's just singing in a lower range. And so then when you switch to Yeji, and she's singing in her, I don't know if I would necessarily call it falsetto. I don't know the mechanics of all of that. But when she's singing in a higher pitch, that transition, that's what gets to me. And so it's not as present in the second verse to chorus transition because the buildup is a lot faster, and Leah, she sings it at the same note, but the color of her voice is a little bit different. Yeah, so that was my initial issue with it. But yeah, it sounds like an ITZY title track. It's definitely not my favorite. I think for me, Loco is their best title track. But yeah, I think this is the second watch a few months later has definitely changed my opinion of it a little bit. I definitely see now why I wasn't super keen on listening to the song in the first place, but now that I kind of understand why I'm more open to listening to it again. Like it doesn't hit me as hard, so to speak. I'm still iffy on this one. I thought maybe like I would get a definitive answer on whether I like it or not. I definitely like parts of it. The verses I really like because of the kind of bouncing groove that they have, and they're definitely more chill. I don't mind the chorus, it's just that transition from soft to sharp that gets me, and I still haven't fully overcome that, so who knows if I'll listen to it again. But ITZY has always been, like from their inception, has always had, I don't want to say controversy, but their music has always been a bit controversial for people because there are people who love ITZY and who love specific songs and then hate others for different reasons. And they've always had that kind of polarizing effect on people. And so I think it's interesting that this song in particular doesn't feel as polarizing for me, especially because I've always really loved ITZY's music except for like the last couple of releases. What was the one? It was Sneakers and another one. It was like about a boy and it was kind of rocky. I forget what it's called. Their music is always pretty polarizing for people. Like you either love it or you hate it. And so yeah, like again, I think it's interesting that this one I'm kind of teetering on love it or hate it. I don't necessarily hate it, but it's more of a love it or dislike it. Like I wouldn't necessarily put this on my playlist, but I wouldn't mind hearing it if it came on shuffle, if you know what I mean. You get it? You get it. Okay. So just quickly scanning the lyrics, I can see that the song is about being present in a relationship with someone, like not really pushing for a label, really just being, I guess, casual but present. Like I like you, don't complicate it. I don't know what I want necessarily, but I know that this is working. That's kind of the vibe I get. Like I definitely see why they went the direction they did with the music based on the lyrics. It's definitely like playing with your head, but kind of confusing, especially when you're young and you don't really know what you want. Their musical direction makes sense for this one. In terms of visuals for the music video, not super sure. I haven't analyzed it, so that's probably on me. I don't know. Let's give it a rating. Let's see how we feel. I'd give it like a 6.5, 7. Let's be generous. I'll give it a 7. Yeah, because I think maybe in my initial listen, like 3 months ago, I would have said 6, 6.5. But now I'm leaning more towards 7. Yeah, it's definitely improved, but I'm still kind of like iffy about it. Who knows? Maybe we'll be back in another 3 months to try again. Okay, yeah, I think that's pretty much everything I have to say. Let's take it as it is and wait for the next comeback from ITZY. I'm curious to see what they put out next, because their musical direction in terms of comebacks has been interesting lately. Like I said, the last couple releases I didn't love, and this one I'm like iffy about, so maybe, who knows, maybe we'll get another Loco-esque type song, because I really love that one. Maybe they'll go back to their roots, like with Dala Dala or ICY. Actually, this song kind of reminds me of ICY a little bit. Anyways, or maybe we'll get another Wannabe. That one's iconic. Or maybe something completely different and out of the blue. I guess we'll see. Alright, peace out. Well, that was the video, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and for staying to the very end. I appreciate you so much for it. So yeah, today was an interesting video. I normally leave with like a very certain and steady opinion on a song, but today I'm uncertain. I'm feeling iffy. It's interesting. Yeah, maybe it's just like the kind of song that needs multiple listens. Maybe I'll give it a 3rd or 4th or 5th chance. But yeah, I guess let me know what your first impressions were of a song, what your second impressions were if you decided to give it a second chance like me. And yeah, maybe let me know what your favorite ITZY song is down in the comments. I guess that's it for me. I don't really have much else to say, so don't forget to like and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you very soon with more content. Bye! And or no, whatever. And that didn't work. I forgot to hit record. That's annoying.